Okay, first thing you need to do to install the Advanced Skeleton, go to Advanced Skeleton and Animation Studios. That's your link. So I highly recommend bookmark this because there's a bunch of cool videos. There's support. We're officially buying a license, a non-profit license, so we can bug them for any bugs that you guys find during your work. So we can because I went with them a lot to fix all the mocap stuff. I didn't find any rigging stuff issues, but when 21 people are testing it, we might get some issues. So keep me posted. We can go back and forth with them and fix those problems. So Advanced Skeleton, go to Downloads. Download the latest version. Open up Maya in the meantime. There's a bunch of cool example rigs in there too. So if you click on example rigs, there's a couple. These are set up for body and facial. Also, there's a link to a YouTube channel that they set up. Okay, there's a lot of videos in there. See, it goes back to 7 years. This plugin has been around for 7 years, so it's a lot of cool videos that teach you. Obviously, I'm not gonna go through them all, but I'm sorry, I'm coming to it. So on my YouTube channel, if you type in Motion Builder tutorial, type in channel as well. So it's this one, Motion Builder tutorials. If you go here, and then you go in playlists, you have an Advanced Skeleton videos. If you click on this, I already bookmarked a couple of really important ones for you guys. So the first one, overview, is the latest from them. Is the latest how to use the rigging, how to set up facial.
Welcome to another AdvancedSkeleton video.
So this first half of this is just body, and the other half of this video, is the facial. So the facial is a bit more complex than the body. I'm not going to go through it today. We're going to leave the facial stuff till later. But if you're interested, you're technically inclined, you want to learn it, go through that video. There's another one, name matcher. This is if you want to use a Mixamo rig, you can turn it into an Advanced Skeleton rig. It's super cool. I'm not going to go through this one as well because you guys are going to create your own custom rigs. Okay. This one, how to connect mocap, rigging props. You're going to need this. Asymmetrical. So I'm going to go through this very light today because you're going to be rigging trees and asymmetrical. There's some of you have asymmetrical characters, so we're going to go through that today. And the last one is really cool because it's tentacles and like monsters and stuff like that. So subscribe, please. It's useful. There's a lot of stuff in there. Okay, so you download, open Maya. You go to your downloads, Advanced Skeleton. Whoops. Unzip it, extract to a folder. Open the folder and just drag the install to the viewport in Maya. Simple as that. So whatever tab you're on, it will create the shortcuts. Okay, so if you're in animation tab or rigging tab, wherever, it's going to create the shortcuts there. Rigging, sorry? To the viewport. So you're going to get 4 icons. This is your bread and butter. This is how you're going to set up the rig. I'm trying to dock it here. Please dock. Right click. No. Let's see. No, it doesn't dock. I love Maya. Why doesn't it dock? Okay, never mind. I think we need the outliner. You know, I'm gonna need your help. How do you dock to the left? The easiest way to dock. You know? Between? Yeah, it's doing something weird. Okay, well, it doesn't want to dock. If you were able to share it with the. Sorry? You need to unzip it, Jody. You need to unzip the zip file. No, still doesn't want to do it. Okay. So the other icons are your pickers, your UI pickers. We'll go through that a bit later. But first, so the way to update, there's always updates to the plugin. Let's say you found a bug next week and you poke me and I poke them. They fix it, and like a week later they release the new release to fix. You go down to the About section and you go check for updates. Okay, it will actually connect to their website and download the latest. You need to right click on it and go extract to a folder. Okay. So if you click check for updates, it will tell you it found 5560.
Which one of those icons at the top will we click?
The orange one. I'm just gonna check what they have on their website. 5560. So it's already 5560. It's okay. Click update. It's supposed to have downloaded the latest version, but for some reason it found another one. So I would just click update and wait for it. In the about section, all the way to the bottom. Yeah, just move wheel mouse down. Yeah, that's it. Check for updates. Yeah. Okay. Just give me a second. So I'm gonna check for update again. It says at the bottom 5560 is not greater than your latest. So we're good in business. We're great. Okay, so let's continue, guys. So before we get into a biped character, I just want to show you the basics of advanced skeleton. So I'm gonna create a simple chain, so you guys understand like the basics of it, because advanced skeleton takes the Maya joints, the Maya skeletons, and turns it into a rig. So it's not like it has its own skeleton, or it has templates using the Maya skeleton. Okay. Okay, so if I go to rigging, I'm gonna create a simple chain. Yeah, sorry. So I just created a simple chain. If you go to the Advanced Skeleton panel and you go in Body and you go in Build, you select the joints and you go Build Advanced Skeleton. Okay, so it's going to create a rig from that chain. So as you can see, these are only FK controllers, right? Yeah. It's FK controllers. So if you click on if you select that shape or the FK controller, see, you can rotate it. You can change the size of these FK controllers if you deselect first and you go into the build section as well and control curves, I believe. Yeah. So the scale is set to 1. So if you put it to 0.5, enter or scale, yeah. So if you have nothing selected in the screen and you change this, it will change all the FK controllers. But you can do it individually too. So you select this one and you go, let's say 0.2, whoops, 0.22. Scale. It will scale just that one. Okay. Okay. So it's standard control rig setup. So you have your parent one. Actually, no, that's the root. The big circle is the parent one. If you go in channel box, main shape, yeah, this one. I think you can scale this one. I'm not sure. I haven't tried scaling too much the control rig, but ideally you don't want to scale the control rig. You want to scale the skeleton. You want to have the proper scale on the skeleton and not scale the control rig, because you might get into some weird IK problems. So you have the main shape and the root. I'm not sure how much you'll be animating the root, but it's there. It's like child of the main shape. Now the other stuff is the FK. Okay, so you can turn any of these into an IK setup. Okay, and where do you do this? You do this in the fit panel. Don't ask me why they call it fit, but that's where we have to work with. So in the fit panel, you have a bunch of things. First of all, this one, the fit skeleton, is your templates. You have a biped, you have a bird, you have a bug. We'll go through that in a bit once we start doing the biped character. This one is you can resample your bones. So let's say, actually, let's just try it. So you can't resample bones with the control rig on. You have to toggle back to the skeleton mode. And the way to do this is you see this little button in the build. It should be the first one. It's called Toggle Fit Advanced. So it toggles between the skeleton and the control rig. So you need to be in control rig if you want to add more bones in your chain. So let's try that. Let's say I want to add maybe 2 more bones in this chain. I go in the Toggle Fit Advanced. You go in the Create and you go resample. You need minimum of 3 bones. You can't resample between the 2 bones. For some reason it doesn't work. Could be a bug, could be a feature. I'm not sure. but always select 3 bones. So you select the top one, and you select the bottom one. And let's say you want 3 more. You go resample. That's not correct. Maybe it's this one. Oh, it's already 3. What am I talking about? Okay, 5. There you go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's how you resample. This one, the IK label, this is where you convert. Yeah, okay, you actually put attributes on your skeleton so that when you build the control rig, you have the IK controllers on the control rig. But so you need to attach attributes to the bones before you create the control rig, the IK control rig. Okay? So you have a bunch of things here. You have a lot of stuff. And the nice thing about AdvancedSkeleton, I haven't said that yet, is it comes with some help files attached to the plugin. So if you click on the question mark here, you get a bunch of nice little examples. So hand and shoulder, IK arm. So like if you drop it down here, IK arm, where is it? Should be shoulder, I think. Hand and shoulder, okay. So hand and shoulder, somewhere there, yeah. So when the left column corresponds to what's in the IK label list. Okay? I know it's a lot of info, but I'm just showing you everything so you understand it. But it's useful. If you want IK, that's how you're supposed to do it. So it showed this is the list in the drop-down list, and this is what it's supposed to do. Just an example on the right side.
You do like IK for the leg and IK for the arm.
Absolutely, absolutely. The template, the biped template that they have, that we're going to go through a little bit after, has those set up already. So you don't need to set up these ones. But let's say you have a horse. Actually, the horse template has as well. Comes pre-built. Let's say you're doing a creature that is not in the template list. That's how you add IK to your control rig. You have to go through these labels because it's a custom. It doesn't exist in the template. Okay. For example, a tree or octopus. You have to go through that. So in this case, what I'm creating, the simple chain, doesn't exist. So I need to create the IK. So I want the IK to stop, let's say, here at this. So I select this bone. And I put a shoulder IK label. Okay? Okay, so as you can, it creates a little text. And where do I want the effector? I want it at the end. So I would put the hand at the end. So now if you click build, okay, so you're going to get the same FK controllers, but you're going to get this little plus here. So what this is this is yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So we'll take, because IK needs a parent to create the effector at the end of the chain. So it needs something to stop it, because if you don't create a shoulder, it's going to move probably the whole body. So you need somewhere to stop the IK chain, and that's the shoulder.
Can you mirror it to the left?
Yeah, we're gonna go through that a bit later. You're jumping ahead, always. We're gonna go through that in a bit. So when you create the IK labels, you're gonna see a plus sign. So this plus sign is like any type of rig that has IK, FK switching. That's where you switch from FK to IK. So if you select this little plus, think of it as like your settings for the arm. And you go in the channel box, you look at the channel box, you will see FK blend. It's right now it's set to 0. What 0 means it's in FK. So if you want to switch it on to IK, you double click on it, and you type in 10. And what do you get? You get this little little box at the end. So this is your IK effector. So now if you move this guy, you got IK. And this one is your pole vector. So pole vector is you control the swing, or should I say the rotation. You guys know what a pole vector is, right? Okay, good. So that's how you create an IK chain, simple IK chain. There's a lot of attributes here. Actually, I'm just going to show you the mirror one before I jump onto the creating a biped human. Is there anything else here? Yeah, the other stuff is not that important for now. The other stuff is covered in those videos for if you want to get into the nitty-gritty of it, but this is the base of it. So, like the stuff that's here, you can actually create a template yourself. Okay? So, if you select the main shape, the controller, and you click export, see it. You can export this rig. You can reuse it. So I'm gonna call it arm or test arm. I'm gonna go back, and then if you drop down the list, it should be there, but it's not. You just click import. No. For some reason, I think it has a refresh problem. So if you close it and reopen, yeah, I just exported it, but for some reason, I think I might have to relaunch Maya. It's okay. That's how you will find it in here in the. What? It didn't save? Okay, that's strange. Because I thought I saved it. Test arm. Okay, there it is now. So let's check if it's in the template. Nope. There it is. So you just need to close the AdvancedSkeleton panel and reopen it. So let's say you go back to this. You select it in the template, import, replace. Oh, the template only creates, sorry guys. Okay, hold on. I was confusing it between the control rig and the skeleton. So this template here that you create or export, it's only the skeleton. Okay. So now if you create a new scene, you click import, it actually imports the skeleton only with the attributes. So now you can create a advanced skeleton. Sorry for the confusion. Okay. So you can create any skeleton and save it and then import it back in. Okay. So I'm going to show you the asymmetry now. I'm just going to re-import it. So let's say you have a tree or octopus or something, and you want to animate those branches. I don't recommend it, but if you have to, you have to. Usually for trees, you use like procedural stuff, but what the heck. So let's say you have this, you want to add the branches. So we want to add a few more. You click on joints again. To start from an existing skeleton, like existing spot, you just click on the little bone, the sphere, and you start creating. So it connects to it directly, okay? So let's say I want another branch on the other side. Whoops. Say I want another branch on the other side. If you finish the chain by just pressing enter. So you click on this again. Enter. Now you have your beautiful tree. Funky. Okay, so if you click build skeleton right now, you will see duplicates. It's because by default, AdvancedSkeleton will create the left side on the right side. So you're getting duplicates all over the place. So what you need to do, you need to assign a no mirror attribute on the bones that you don't want to mirror. Okay? So you select these three. Okay? You go in the body fit section, attribute, you drop down the list, and you go no mirror. Okay, add. So if you notice here in the channel box, now you have an attribute called no mirror, and it's on. Okay, for those. Oh boy, I have to do it per bone. Okay, it's okay. It's a minor detail. So you have to do it per bone. So select the other bone, add. Select this one, add. Okay, and now if you build, boom, no more mirror. And you make the scale down the controllers, and you have a tree. Obviously, you can build IK labels for these the same way we did previously, and that's how you create asymmetry. For characters, it's a bit different, but for like trees, like creatures, that's the recommended way. Okay, any questions on this before we move on to the biped stuff?
We have to name our characters.
AdvancedSkeleton has the naming convention. I wouldn't go in and start naming. Actually, I haven't tried it, so uncharted territory. The thing is, as you will see when we build the biped, there's a lot of stuff underneath. There's like a deformation skeleton, there's an FK skeleton, there's an IK skeleton, there's a lot of stuff underneath. So if you start renaming stuff, I'm not sure what the result will be. Okay, you don't need to. Okay, but if you want to try, go for it. Okay, so I guess no question. So I'm gonna load up a mesh from Motion Builder because I don't have my own mesh, sadly. Which ones do you guys want? Any preference? Mia? Aragorn? Pepe? Pepe! Yeah. Actually, I wanted to use Pepe because he has a little tail. We want to actually not a tail, a ponytail. Yeah? He's fun? Let's do him. Pepe it is. So I'm going to export this guy as an FBX. There's nothing in this scene. Oh, there's a biped. Okay. So I'm just going to delete this. Delete character. This all. Yeah, T-pose, good. Save as FBX. So like we did previously, when you're starting your Maya stuff. So Maya, I know you guys have a folder structure going on with Mike. I'll let you do that with him because it's his class for pipeline. But for me, I'm just going to go create character folder like we did with Motion Builder. Maybe mocap and ims. And maybe assembly for files. Okay, I'm going to export it in characters, Pepe. And then bring it in here, import. Okay, I'm kind of worried for this video. Just give me a, because we've been here. I was just wondering if it's skipping on me or something. Actually, okay, yeah. So, are you guys using? Did somebody tell you to use create reference in your Maya? You know what the reference is? Okay, so that's the proper way to rig and animate. For rigging, you should reference your mesh, and then if there's any changes, you just update the reference after. And it's the same thing with the control rig. You create your control rig file, and then you reference that into the animation. So we're going to do that today as well. So I'm going to create a reference. There is a button, but I've hit some problems with it. There is one here in pre on top. It says reference in model. So when you do that, actually, so maybe they fixed something. Let's try it. For some reason, it comes in wireframe. Is it because of these things? Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, use this one. So in the first tab, pre, it says reference in model. Just create reference and load up your FBX or your OBJ, whatever you have, or Maya file. You're probably gonna be modeling in Maya, so you would reference the MB file inside. Okay. So I'm gonna save this scene. Maya, oops, Pepe rig. Okay, so now there's a bunch of things here in the pre section. It's like they check your vertices and asymmetry and stuff like that. You can run it, but don't take it into too much consideration. Like I'm gonna run it just for funsies. Yeah, it gives you a bunch of errors. So I mean, technically your mesh should be as clean as possible from Matt's class, right? That's what he's teaching you. So don't be too fussy about these ones. Model check as well, check. Rotate shoulders minus 90 should be 0. There's no joints, so I don't know why it's complaining about. So don't worry too much about this, okay? Okay, so we close the pre. We go in the body fit, and then we go biped. Not sure what biped bendy, you could try it, but just go with biped import. So create your skeleton with the IK labels already, so you don't need to create anything. So now you can scale this one. Obviously, like I said before, your mesh has to be the right scale. Okay? So it's better. And then you reset X form. But in this case, it's correct, so I'm going to scale up the control rig in this case. Okay, not the control rig, the skeleton, sorry. So the usual, you start placing your joints on one side. I'm gonna go wireframe. Is it? Yeah. So that scale is roughly in the right place. So we need to put down the hips. Or the pelvis. I'm gonna do it in 2 viewports. Always keep a little bend into your elbows and knees instead of hyperextending it, right? Move this guy. For the feet, I would go top view to get a nice placement, a better placement. So again here, let's say you want to resample there's only 2 bones in the spine. I recommend minimum 3 just to get a nice bend or nice deformation. So if you select resample, select the root. Let's try this one. I think it's gonna probably complain. I'm just gonna hide the mesh for now to see what happens. So I want 3. Nope, it doesn't work. Yeah, I tried that before. So I think you need to select let's try this one. No main. Is it the root? Yeah. I'm gonna try 4. I don't think it's gonna work. Yeah, that kind of worked, but It separated them. I was able to make it work last time, yeah.
Like if I've already placed all like let's say foot.
You want to, let's say, lock the foot?
It's just like if I want to reposition the knee after I've done the foot in place.
I'm not sure. I think it's a Maya setting somewhere. It says don't affect children. Probably somewhere in Maya. I can look into it after the class if you want. Okay, so I'm gonna try. This one is tricky because it's already. I mean, you don't have to stick to the template. I'm just using the template as a quick joint placement or joint count. It sounds like the resample. I need to look into this because I don't want to waste too much time on it because it's already 10 o'clock. So you can that's supposed to work.
You're trying to add the spine.
Yeah, I'm trying to add more joints to the spine, but I think it's breaking the rig. Let me check. Why is it? Maybe it's a bug. It doesn't scale the. Yeah, see, I can't move it anymore. That's not good. I can move this, but I can't move you the spine bones for some reason.
Oh, you have.
It's locked. Oh, looks. But I'm kind of worried about this. Why is it? It might be correct, but I'm just worried about this piece not connected to. Because I can move it still. I can't move it in X for some reason.
Translate.
Is it locked?
Yeah.
Can I unlock it? Is that freeze?
You go to unlock selected.
Unlock selected. Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Okay, maybe that's this one too. Yeah.
You shouldn't move it though in X because you're gonna mirror the. Oh no, you're making asymmetrical.
No, the template creates only one side.
Yeah, exactly.
So the spine won't be mirrored anyway.
Oh yeah.
It's only the legs and arms. So I'm gonna continue. Let's continue to see what happens. I'm not worried too much about this link. So let's see what happens. Thanks, Jody. Unlock selected. Looks like the rotation is locked too. I don't know why. Unlock. Is it the other one as well? Yeah. Unlock. So if we hit problems with this resampling the spine, so then I recommend creating your own rig. Okay, you can create a rig with your regular Maya bones. Okay, it's a good test to see if it's buggy or not. Anyway, like we did the resampling before and it worked. Actually, I'm just gonna try something. I'm gonna import to see those spine bones. Are they locked by default? Yeah, they are locked. So unlocking them, maybe it's gonna create problems. See these joints? I'm gonna try resampling again here. Why is it working here? Okay, that's super weird. So okay, maybe it's just a display problem. Let's continue. It's okay. Come back, Pepe. Pepe. We lost Pepe. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna close Maya and reopen it. I don't know why we don't have the mesh anymore. It's possible the reference. I wonder that reference button in the advanced skeleton could be a little. Has anybody tried that? When you create a reference from the tool, do you try it, Alex?
Yeah.
It works.
Like, yeah,
It doesn't bug out.
but I
Okay.
also clean up my model through the AdvancedSkeleton stuff, so I don't know if maybe that's the case because Pepe is like painting triangles or something.
Oh, okay. So it does work, that cleanup?
It seemed to be for my model, but my model is symmetrical and fairly clean as it is.
Yeah.
So just
We lost the mesh. Okay, if we reference it back in.
do you want my model
Sure.
instead of Pepe?
Yeah, might be better. Because normally I was doing it through the Maya create reference, and it was working. Now it's not letting me. I don't think I can do it from, let me try, export.
Or how about you can import it into Maya and you can export
From that
Maya
OBJ, yeah.
as OBJ.
Okay. So I'm gonna save this template.
Or you can save it as a Maya file and you could import the Maya file as a reference.
Yep. Let's try that. So new scene. Import. And export. Is that what Matt recommends, exporting as OBJ?
Well, you gotta select it first because now you have nothing selected.
Yeah. Export selection. Okay.
You didn't select anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that's a character? Okay.
There's two like models, but one bike.
Alex. Anyone? Where? Amazing bear.
Or the bear low poly.
Bear low poly? Okay. Okay, let's do that then. Obviously, don't use this one because I'm gonna do it super quick. So you need to redo it. It's not gonna be amazingly anatomy-wise. It's not gonna be the proper skeleton, the right. Okay. Is it normal I have 2 layers?
Yes.
Okay.
Just one of them was from the other Maya file I had to.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm just checking. Okay. So let's run the.
Still on that list.
Oh, it's 2 pieces.
You can find it if you want.
How do you bind it?
Mesh. And then combine. And then if you want to glue them together.
Where? On the layer?
Edit. Glue by type. This here.
Okay.
And then you can glue them.
1 piece. Perfect. Okay. So I'll run the model cleanup since it's recommended. NeoGeo does not exist. I don't know. I don't know what is this. It's if we click on this, having some asymmetry in the model might not work when rigging. But for best results, specifically with the face setup, recommended that the model is completely symmetrical. Okay, so that's a good tip for face. Let's check the model check. Actually, your file is in APOS. That's why it's complaining. No? Model create? Where's that? Oh, model clean, create?
Yeah, so it takes your model and it creates in the outliner. It kind of puts all of your mesh into a group just called like a top level group.
Okay.
And then it can take that and read it.
So it needs that before checking. And then you click clean.
Yeah.
It still gives you an error though. No, because it's not selected.
Do you mind if I
Yeah, go for it.
over
Yeah.
It
Go on your scene.
It worked on my scene. So then we open the model. We open the model. So we don't reference in the model. We do open scene.
Okay.
We bear low poly medium. Okay, so don't say 7 seconds.
But if you don't reference it.
No, but you clean it first. So.
Oh, okay.
Take this guy. He's already in this, so. You can just take these and just ungroup them. Take all these guys. Model clean. Create top level group. Clean the model. So now the model's clean. Then we do then save your clean model. Let's save this. Click on 21.
Okay, now you're
reference. Then we do model check. Then you can check the symmetry. So we click on do model check. check. Oh no, I have to set the geometry, I guess. Model is symmetrical. Okay, so then we do this. So now we save this again. So now we have our model scene. Then you do create request, create a new scene. Then you reference in it the model. So this is one we want to reference. Then we reference in. And now we should be able to start rigging. So if we import the rig now, then we can start doing our thing.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little like convoluted.
Okay. Thanks, guys. All right. Yeah, this stuff doesn't show in the videos. If you guys figure it out, so just run through that setup with what Alex and Liam did. I think it's an important step. So it's recorded anyway in the video around the 1 hour mark, 55 minutes. Cool. Thanks, guys. Okay, so we'll go through it again. Scale down the rig. We're gonna try to resample to see if it works. Yeah, just in case, huh? Bear. I think scale-wise it's alright. So now we can start placing the joints. I'm gonna go 2 viewports. So in this character, because he's so jolly like me, try to put the bones in the middle as much as you can. Just want to see what it looks like in perspective, because sometimes it's hard to tell from front view or top view. So you just make sure in perspective that the skeleton aligns, so it's a bit off on the toes. Just place them properly. Yeah, you're gonna need probably 3 toes coming out from here, so you can create them. Or these? No, these are the toes. Okay. Spine. So I'm gonna try resampling again. Maybe it's gonna work here. I don't know. You guys try resampling, Alex? No? Okay. So pick chest. Let's put 4. Please work. Looks like it worked. Is there a... I think there's a way to scale this down. Because this one is... where's the joint? Spine? Where is it? On the spine? Oh, here? Yeah, I know there's a joint attribute. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Oh. Oh, okay. Bad. Okay, so recommend use your own skeleton. Templates for resampling. It works sometimes when there's no, I guess when there's no, maybe the scale is affecting it, I'm not sure. As you can see, there is some issues. So if you create a skeleton from scratch, it's probably going to be better. Okay. Side. Yeah, I'm not gonna go too crazy with the placement. Like, obviously, you should be studying a bear anatomy to put the proper bones. But I'm just gonna go through it super quick here. Top view. I think you can start scaling this. I haven't tried scaling. Scaling is not good?
No, I was just going to point out that it has 4 fingers, not 5. So.
Oh, yeah. I think you can, yeah, see, that's the template is bad. So I would recommend, yeah, don't use the template, because if you try to, we could try deleting one of them. So let's say this one. Let's say, is it this one? No, these are connected. Let's say this one. Or this. You could try it like this. Let's see what kind of problems we're gonna get in a bit. And then we move this. You rotate. Yeah, your fingers are not defined that much, but it's okay. We'll do what we can. It's bad to do it in perspective, but I'm just doing it super quick. It's always better to place your pivots in isometric, but just for sake of moving on. At least you don't have to do it on both sides. Yikes. Well, close enough. Arm is good. Save that sucker. Okay. Neck. Neck. Right? Yeah. Feel like the neck could be here. The head. Yeah, let's try that. Anyways, after you create the control rig, you can still edit the bone placement. It's not final. Eyes. And the jaw. Okay. I'm gonna, just for funsies, I'm gonna create an ear for the, because the biped template will get you so far. Let's say you have a tail or an ear or whatever. Let's see if it's gonna create more problems. Usually it's to the head, right? Yeah. I haven't rigged in a while, so it's not my forte. Did it move? I think it moved it. That's weird. Why did it move the head bone? Okay, maybe I'll create it here. I think it's my imagination. Is it? Or did it move the... No, it's good. I just created one right behind it. So actually, you're gonna need two, right? So if I move this here, because you just need the top to wiggle. Okay, I think we're ready. Let's go in perspective. Let's see. Yeah, somewhat. Okay. Let's click create, see what we got. Build. Build a bear, yeah. It's a workshop. Yeah, by default creates IK feet for you. You can turn them off if you don't want the IK. Yeah, see, if you click the plus, so each limb will have that little plus sign, and these are your settings to turn off and IK off and on. So if you click 0, see it turns to IK, FK, sorry. So these are your pole vectors. This is the. See, that's the thing. Okay, so the advantage. I don't know if we want to call it advantage. The advantage of using the templates is it creates all these labels, the IK labels, the stretchy arms, it's built into the templates. Because if you create a custom skeleton, then you have to. Maybe it's a good thing. I'll let you experiment with it. You need time to experiment. But as you can see, the pre-built ones, maybe we don't know how it's working. That's why we're hitting so many problems. But I think it's probably better to create a custom rig and add whatever you need. Because the pre-built one comes with the roles, you know, like where is it? What? Yeah, the role is in here. See, all these roles, the swivel, everything. It comes with it. We'll go through the animation stuff in the next class because we're already 10:30. I want to leave you guys some time to start rigging this. Today is just about rigging and getting your character rigged and skinned. So FK controls are hidden in the mesh. That's a problem. So as I showed you before, you can scale them individually, or I found this little trick in the video. I'm going to toggle back to fit mode, to skeleton mode. If you select one bone and you go in the channel box, you will have this attribute called fat. Okay, so these think of these as like your muscles or muscle mass. So these will determine if you tweak these values for each bone, it will give you the right shape. You know, the FK controllers, it will give you the right shape for it. Okay. The reason you need to do this as well is it affects the skinning. So to turn on those fat geometry, you need to go in fit. In the display section, there's something called geometry. Okay, you turn that on. You just wait for a bit. It's going to turn them on for all the joints. Okay. See how small it is? That's why the FK controller was inside the mesh. So to tweak these, oh, what the hell is this? Chapeau. So to tweak these, you start one by one joint by one, and you click on the fat, hold control, and you scale that to roughly match your mesh. Does this one work too? No, doesn't work. Okay. Roughly. Doesn't have to be super exact. I believe there's oh yeah, there's two settings. Okay. What's that one? Okay, just this one. And now I screwed it up. So if you want to see the FK controller a little bit bigger than your mesh, you scale it a little bit bigger than the mesh, okay? Oh, fingers. I'm not going to go through the fingers. This is going to take too much time. Okay, neck as well. Those are important. If you want it bigger than the mesh, head. Yeah, and the ear, scale back. What? It must be this one then. Okay, that's not good. What the hell is this? Ooh. Okay, this one's weird. I don't know why it's so big. And you could still scale it down to the proper scale with the cluster. This thing, cluster controls. We'll scale it down after. So same thing for, can't see the spine anymore. You can select it in the main, fit skeleton, root, spine. If you don't see the skeleton, you can select it in the outliner under group, main, fit skeleton. These are your skeleton nodes. Okay, so fat, the second one, chest, well, actually the hips. Yeah, where's the, let me see what the, okay, it's this one. It's okay. We'll do the legs. And the ankle. Okay, this one doesn't do anything. Okay. Toes. Okay. So let's see what happens when we build. Save. So now you should have a better rig representation of the mesh. See, before the shape was inside, now it's better. These ones. So yeah, anyways, you can scale them individually. If you're still not happy with it, you can scale them individually with the control curves. This one. Okay, so let's move on to skinning. Okay. So right now, if you move the rig, nothing moves, right? To build the skin, you need to select the second option, deform. There's a couple of options here. In the video, the best one is the second one, option 2. So you need to create a cage, like a lattice cage. And then you'll see what happens. So it's going to go through the rig and create sort of a, yeah. So actually, okay, the step we did before that, the fat stuff, the fat bones, geometry, actually determines the size of this skin cage. Okay, so I recommend doing it because it's going to be easier than scaling. It's either you need to scale it on the fat ones, on the fat bone attributes, or you need to scale this cage, right? So it's not like time wasted or anything like that. So it's better if you do it now. Oh, these things are back. Okay. All right. So let's fix these ugly ones first. So the plugin creates a cage, and you have to scale the cage to fit your mesh, and then you copy the weights from the cage to the mesh. It's as simple as that. So these little green things is the ones you scale. Okay? So you scale these down. These are supposed to be the ears, right? Yeah, I think so. Let's try. Anyways, you can still tweak those, right, afterwards. There's the green ones you scale, but there's other ones in between the two greens. And the way to see this is you need to, in the layer here in the display, you need to turn it on. So you see these are, you start with the green ones, and if it's not enough, then you do the red ones. You scale the red ones. So this extra more control. For now, I'm just gonna scale the green ones. So I'm missing something. No, this is the head, right? I think. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's try it. Obviously, this is more than half an hour of work. You need to spend more time than this, but I'm doing it for this class. I'm doing it super quick, so you can get the get the idea how to work with it. I think you can move this one too. You can move it. Yeah, you can move the cage too. And you can scale. You can scale on one axis as well. Be careful with the spine. If you scale it too much, you might start affecting the arms, especially if your character is in A pose. You might affect the arms as well. So don't go maybe too far with the spine. This one could use. No, this one's correct. It's the hand. Oh, weird. Why? Oh, it's so small. That's why. What? Come on. Okay, for some reason. No. Okay, weird, wild stuff. It doesn't scale the wrist. So I'm gonna try the red one. Maybe it's gonna let me scale the red one, but I doubt it. Okay. It's supposed to scale the green one. Oh, I was selecting the wrong one, probably. Okay. So never mind. It does scale it, but just select the good one. Okay, I'm not gonna go through the fingers because it's a lot of work. You need to do it on both sides as well. Actually, no. In the cage, there is a left to right. So you can do one side and copy it to the left side. Okay? But I'm still not gonna go. I'm not gonna go through it. It's too much. It's already 11 o'clock. Arms, legs. This one is in a weird position. Just gonna move it inside a little bit. and maybe scale it because it's too close to the left one. It's gonna be the same problem. Oh, okay. Yeesh. Yeesh. What? Okay, this one could use a little bit more too. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why this one is. What is this? Ankle end profile. Okay. Let's see what it gives us after. Okay. Oh, it's connected to this. I don't know. Let's see what happens afterwards. I can move it. And move these guys as well. So you can move the red ones just to place them properly. I think you need to scale this one probably. Yeah, that's it. You can rotate it too, right? Please? Yeah. Okay. So we did the left side. So we need to left to right. Let's save before it crashes. Yeah, it worked. So if you do the left side, copy left to right. It's beautiful. Look at that. Masterpiece. I'm worried a bit about the head, so I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe we need to rotate it. Let's see. Before we copy the weight. Head M. Okay. Let's move it all the way, maybe. And scale it a little bit. Why is it rotated like this? I don't know. Scale. You know what? I'm gonna try to scale the red ones because I want at least the head to work fine. Is that the? Oh, these are the eyes. Oh Jesus! No, these are the neck. Okay, let's see what that gives us before we. So when you're ready to copy the weight, copy weight. You click on copy weight. Oh, you need to select the mesh. Sorry. Is it frozen? Yeah, so you select the mesh and you go copy weight. Is it done? Let's test it. Okay, so now you don't see, because there's so many things, you don't see the IK controllers anymore. So if you select open the picker, select one of the IK joints. Is it the IK? IK leg. Okay. Let's see if it deforms. Yeah. So you can actually hide these, right? No? Skin cage, yeah. So you can keep it on. Don't delete it. Recreate it, delete, recreate. Keep it on, just hide it and test your rig. Yeah, ooh, wow, okay. Does it? Okay. Oh, we didn't collapse it. Shoot. Okay, when we merged it, we forgot to collapse it, right? To merge the two meshes. Did we? I don't think we did it, right? Yeah. That's why the head is not moving. Okay, let's test the arms. So see, you can't really use that file, Liam. You have to redo it. You are hoping, yeah, it's like plug and play. I did it on purpose, by the way. Yikes! You get the idea. So I mean that's it. Once you're happy with the weights, you delete the cage. You don't really need it. And you guys want me? I mean the mocap stuff is super quick. You guys want me to show you this, or should we just leave it for next week? Next week? Show of hands next week. Okay, perfect. I think you guys need a break too. I'm just gonna test the ears to see comment ça marche. Yeah, I think we need to spend more time on. Let's see if I can fix this before we break. So I turn back on the skin cage. I don't want the. So you can hide the FK controllers if you in the picker. You go on display, controls, and just they disappear, right? Just hide and unhide. I'm gonna try to fix these ears. I don't know why. So joint 2, joint 1, joint 2. Where's joint 1? That's the question. Look at that. So tiny. Is that you? Scale? By the way, it helps talking to your character if you want. It's like it's more personal. Just to have more fun. So yeah, these shapes correspond to the joint names. So if you can't find it, just look for the names. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna hide the red ones. So let's see what that gives us. Skin cage back on. I don't know why it's a bit wonky here. Maybe we need to scale the other one or something. Turn back on the mesh. I think we need to move this one down. And this one, I feel like it's twisted. Okay, it's twisting even more. Okay, let's just try this. I'm gonna fix left to right, right? Okay. Let's see if that worked. Controls back on. No go. Oh, we didn't copy the weights. Oh, because the head is a separate mesh. Ah. You need to create a skin cage for separate. Each mesh, you need to create a skin cage separately, right? That's why. That's why. Okay, it's a wrap for today. Let's just focus on rigging and skinning. And break time, start lab, and I'll try to help you as much as I can. All right, that's it, guys.